Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Ultimate Coach Facebook family. Happy Friday. Whew, what a week. What a week. We got about just a couple days over a week left in Arizona. This trip, we'll be back September, October. What's up, Rafael? How are you, brother? Good morning. Kind of a quick one. I got a few minutes before I got to jump on a call. But I wanted to talk about being that creates itself in reality as requiring a mask. Right? So there's this idea of our being, who we're being, and then maybe this gets a little meta. But for a lot of people, who we are being is somebody that is not allowed to be who we would naturally be, right? So there's a beingness that says it's not okay to be however I am. It's a being that judges itself as unacceptable or needing to conform or all sorts of things. And I had a conversation with a client this morning. It was a lot of fun. We've been working together for several years. And he shared with me that he was out of town doing a presentation. And it was really cool because in the past, it would have taken him like a week of prep. And he had this very, I'll just call it complicated and ornate rituals to get ready for a presentation. And it's not like he was presenting something that didn't live inside of him. Like everything he was presenting was what he has created in the world that he does to make money. Good morning, Jeff. And he said it was really cool. I went to the hotel, checked in, had a glass of wine, watched the basketball game, and just showed up for the most part myself. I just was myself. And I said, well, hey, morning, Mr. Bacon. I said, well, tell me about what didn't show up. He's like, well, there was still about 10% of this. Like, how would I need to say this so they get it? How, if I say it this way, they'll like it. If I say it this way, they won't. And like, there's still about 10% of his being that is calibrating for how it's going to, oh, good morning, Gabby, for how the other person's going to receive it. And obviously, we talk a lot about being. We talk a lot about this idea of listening, and our experience is created from listening. So he knows objectively that, well, however the other person is taking this, hearing this, good morning, Patricia, is up to them. It has nothing to do with them. So he's got it objectively, but he's really talking about, there's still this 10%, right? So who would you need to be that it didn't matter? And we had a kind of a rational discussion, sort of like, he said something like, yeah, well, if I say it this way, they'll take it the wrong way. I said, well, how do you know that? He said, well, I guess I don't, right? And then he even said something which was really cool. He goes, well, as I think about it, the people, if I was saying it how I see it, who didn't like that, they're probably not people I want as my clients. And I was like, yeah, exactly. So that's one idea to take away is, good morning, Patricia. We have a choice as we move through life about how to be and how to be about our being. We can constantly be calibrating and trying to adjust our beingness for other people. So how their being is going to take it. I call that wearing the mask. And we can have one mask over here at work and one here at church and one here with our family, right? We can play that game. I personally find that game exhausting, right? Wait, which mask? Did I bring the right mask? What mask was I wearing last time? It's pretty exhausting. Or we could make a choice. We could choose to be the kind of being that shows up as who we're being and know that others' experience of our being will be a function of their own being. It doesn't even have anything to do with our being. Hey, good morning, Dave. Yeah, the performance game. I'm always performing. Where in your life do you wear a mask? Right? And What would happen if you took it off? Well, they wouldn't like me. Yeah, and then what? Well, I probably would find people who like me. uh, Nassim Taleb, an extraordinary author, he wrote Black Swan, which is okay. My favorite book is Anti-Fragile. I don't recommend reading it. It's an incredible book. Find like a audio summary or something, but you sort of have to have a little bit of, I don't know, I want to punish myself to read his stuff. Incredible author. I read fast, and his stuff I read slow. He just uses lots of big words, and it's really intense and complicated. But it's sort of like, I don't know, making a really complicated French dish. Like, you have to be into that. So if you're into that, read the book. Otherwise, find a summary of it. But the book is called Anti-Fragile. Incredible premise of the book. And the book is based on this idea that we all know what fragile is, easily broken. But there, up until he wrote this book, good morning, James, there was no word for opposite of fragile. Now, some of you might say durable. Well, no, durable is not broken, not easily broken. Fragile is easily broken. What he suggests in this, and I might not have said that right, but what he suggests in this book is that fragile actually refers to things that are weakened, right, and easily broken from stress. What we need is a word called anti-fragile for things that are made stronger by stress. When they are stressed, they are strengthened, right? Inherently, the human body is, to a large degree, anti-fragile. When we work out and we stress the body, we get stronger, right? That's how that works. Lots of systems are anti-fragile. Anyway, I could go down a whole rabbit hole with this book. I don't want to. Here was the one anecdote I wanted to share, which relates to this idea of who are we being, putting on the mask, am I wearing the right mask, and what's going to happen? And he says, you know how to ensure that all your dishes are dishwasher safe. Like, how do you make sure how do you make sure the dishes are dishwasher safe? How do we know? He goes, it's easy. You put them all in the dishwasher. The ones that are broken, you throw those away. The ones that are making it out, well, they're dishwasher safe. You put them back in the cupboards. Problem solved. I realized not long ago that I've got some of my clothes that I can put in the dryer and some I can't, right? They'll shrink or who knows what. And there's always this sort of like acrobatics and gymnastics around, okay, well, does this go in the dryer? Does this not? I'm like, you know what? I'm putting them all in the dryer. Whatever shrinks up and I don't, can't fit in it anymore, well, it's not my clothes anymore. So there's a suggestion for this idea about being, right? What if we just said, I want a dishwasher safe being or a dryer safe being. I'm going to be who I'm being. Notice every place I'm taking off the mask, every place I'm putting on the mask, and take it off. Wouldn't that be interesting? Well, guess what's going to happen? You will lose some friends. You will have some people not want to be around you. And that's okay, right? Now, there may be a story to, well, I'm going to be all alone and then nobody will love me. I get it. But over time, what you'll find is everybody around you is who's supposed to be around you, from who they're being and what they're listening creates you as, right? Steve Hardison ain't for everybody. A lot of people listen to him or watch a video and go, yeah, guys, I'm not sure what he's up to, but he ain't for me. Problem solved, right? The beauty of what Steve does is he doesn't put on a mask. He just shows up. Yeah, shrink-resistant being. Yeah. He just shows up as Steve Hardison. I'm going to do a longer live on this. I got to go in a couple minutes. I got a call to run to. I will do a longer live on this topic because it's really interesting that I'm about to share. But I want to give you a little tidbit. One of the greatest breakthroughs in my coaching practice was when I stopped asking the question, who am I supposed to coach? Now that might sound a little strange, but what I really mean is, for me, I know who I'm supposed to coach, how I coach, kind of what I'm here to do on this planet. I was always calibrating, is this person in front of me somebody I'm supposed to share that with? Like, am I supposed to do what I do with them? Is it the right person? Is it the right time? Are they in the right place? And I used to go through a lot of mental gymnastics, if you will, to try to see how it was going to be received with them. This mission I'm on, this purpose I have. Am I supposed to live my purpose with this person? And not quite one day, but one day I woke up and said, you know what, I'm going to live my purpose, share my gifts with everybody who's in front of me. And know that if you're in front of me, I'm supposed to share my gift with you. I'm supposed to live my purpose. Whoever shows up in front of me is for living my purpose, no exceptions. And those that go, well, I don't like what that guy has to say, or I don't like his attitude or his tone, or he's an idiot, well, they'll click away, right? People came onto this live and people left the live. They said, oh, I don't like this guy. I'm going to go find somebody else. Problem solved. And I'm not like, oh, gosh, am I saying the right thing for that one? No, I'm going to be me 100% of the time. I'm going to serve the way I serve. I'm going to share what I'm supposed to share, as I see it, right? It's not like I got the right answer, but how I see it. And the world will sort it out for me. The universe will sort it out for me. I don't got to think about it. And trust me, plenty of people start listening to me, talking to me, engaging, and then they wander off. And I used to make a big deal, like, oh, I should have finessed it differently so they would stuck around. No, we solved the problem. There's an old acronym that comes from mostly the software development world, and it's how I aspire to live, and it's WYSIWYG. And you can figure out the spelling, WYSIWYG. It stands for what you see is what you get. And I won't get into the whole details, but it basically had to do with when we moved from kind of pure code-based user interface developers to you can actually, like now when you build a website, you can actually design the website and it's going to look like that. Like you drag and drop stuff and it looks like that. We used to have to hard code things. WYSIWYG. I'm going to live my life WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. And some things are going to break in the dishwasher. Some things are going to shrink in the dryer. And then we take those to Goodwill. Some people are going to watch the WYSIWYG, right? Be you and the universe will sort it out. Thank you, James. I'm going to show up WYSIWYG and let the universe sort it out. Hope you're having an amazing morning or afternoon wherever you are in the world. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. If any of this kind of sparks something for you, got questions, you want to chat about something, reach out to me. I'm always around. I got plenty of time, all the time in the world. And I love being part of this group and serving this group. And have an amazing weekend. Love you. Bye.